This is a complete mystery streaming setup. For those of you who don't know Peter, he's my assistant, he lives in the US, and he ordered a complete streaming setup on Amazon Netherlands using my credit card, and then Amazon sent it to me, and here it is. Peter clearly enjoyed using my credit card because look at this, it's a complete surround system. And apparently this floor lamp was $83. This video is sponsored by World of Tanks. The reason I want to start with this floor lamp is that I recently moved into this new studio and it's still a bit boring. Look at this, what is all of this? So there's two of these matte white foils. Is that what you call them? And then what is this? Wait, this is an RGB strip. I've got a feeling that this is gonna be a really crappy floor lamp. Okay, so I figured out how to build this using the big manual that they include. Look at this tiny manual. And it's pretty simple how to do it. Click the plastic tubes into each other. Then that shoves into the stand. There is an RGB strip for the front and for the back. Then this diffuser goes over it. There is double-sided tape on the side. You just fold it and then tape it like that. Let's plug this in. Hey, that actually looks better than I expected. I just turned off my softbox. I'm gonna put it over here and look at that. There is an ugly side, but you can just turn it to the back. And they also come with a remote. You can change the color. Have a bunch of interesting themes. It appears that we have two desks. What? I hadn't seen this yet. I am going to text my assistant and ask him if this was a mistake because, well. So I spent $800 on these desks. This is heavy. This desk is built like a tank, which perfectly fits the sponsor of this video. World of Tanks. Over 100 million people play World of Tanks worldwide, which is a lot of people. World of Tanks is a team-based MMO tank battle game that has over 600 tanks to choose from for every scenario possible, going from small and nimble tanks like the T-44 all the way up to the powerful Conqueror. Once you pick a tank, you will have to maneuver terrains like open fields, steep hills, forests, deserts, and urban industrial areas. There are over 40 different battle arenas. My favorite part of the game is the attention to detail and accuracy of the tanks themselves. These are real tanks that were used on real battlefields. In the game you can also earn experience and then modify and upgrade your tanks to make them your own, which is really cool. You can download World of Tanks today by clicking the first link in my description, and when you do, make sure to use the code TANKMANIA for a lot of free stuff. You will get a free 7-day premium account, 250,000 credits, the premium tier 5 tank Excelsior, and then 3 tier 6 rental tanks to use in 10 battles each, the Tiger 131, the Cromwell B, and then the T-34-85M. Keep in mind that the promo code is only for new players signing up. Now back to the video. So apparently this here is an RGB gaming desk and we're going to check it out. This is a very strange mousepad and the desk is glass. Now I wonder how the RGB of the desk is gonna work. I do see some wires in this corner. Look at all the stuff in this box. Even something that I assume is a holder for like your console games. And look at that, it has USB ports on both sides. Alright, I kind of finished building the desk. There are some accessories left, like a cable tray and a drink holder, stuff like that. What I want to do right now is plug in this desk, check out the RGB, and see why Peter spent $400 of my own money on a desk that's pretty much the size of a meal tray at IKEA. Okay, look at this. The top of the desk looks very cool. So I just installed a headphone hanger and then the cable tray. Now, next it looks like Peter bought a crazy ultra-wide. Even though the monitor does look amazing, for a streaming setup, having only one monitor isn't really optimal. Holy, look at this. Problem is, where are we gonna read our chat? Let's connect the first part of the stand. This whole monitor looks really amazing. It has a great gamer vibe with all the red accents. So it goes up and down, left and right. I think it will also tilt. Yep. And it's the perfect size for this desk. Now, one of the next things my assistant bought is this here. It is from Newer, so I think it's gonna be soft boxes that you unfold. And let's see. So this here is kinda like an LED panel, but then without the diffuser on top. There is a second light. I think this here will be a light dome. So this is how these soft boxes work. You have the light itself and then you have these kind of sticks. You can bend them really far without them breaking. I don't want to overdo it, but those go in each of the corners and then they just stretch out this here. Now, besides that, you also get a diffuser, and the diffuser stretches around the light dome. As you can see, there are velcros that make sure that it stays in place. What we need now is the stand that also comes with it, that we can connect our softbox. There's also a knob here to change the white balance. I'm gonna take the second softbox, turn it on as well. Now having softboxes like these is so much better than having a simple small LED panel. If you use something like this, then the light on yourself will be really harsh. Now I'm really curious for the total price of these lights. $135. The lights also come with a remote. Apparently it does come without batteries, but you can use it to turn them off or on, change the brightness, and then change the color temperature. Alright, I really want to test this monitor. I think it's gonna look great. But before doing that, we need a few peripherals, so we're gonna check those out. By the way, this chair is temporary. Peter bought a chair and he told me I was gonna have a lot of fun unboxing it, that it was a funny chair, so not really sure what that means. The keyboard does look good already. You have to admit, this just looks like a Razer ripoff. The branding is exactly like Razer would brand the product, with the green and then the cool black background. Anyway, ooh, I do like this. The name is the ZU Lang K61. Look at this keyboard. It didn't look that appealing on the box because I don't really like RGB combined with a black product, but this keyboard will definitely fit this build. Now the mouse, this feels like it's gonna be a really crappy one. It looks like I just bought it from wish.com for like a quirky video. It's called the Glow gaming mouse. The mouse is heavier than I expected. I can see myself in it. It's a complete mirror, look at this. And at first sight the look perfectly matches the keyboard. Now I'm really curious why Peter ordered this mouse. Either it's a really cheap one and he just bought it as a joke, or it was pretty expensive and he thinks it's gonna be a great product. There was a note with the mouse. By the way, we still need to plug this in and then check the RGB. Price was $25, so it is a cheap and pretty crappy mouse. Let's look at the price of the keyboard. I think I can make a pretty good guess. Most of these type of keyboards that are like 60% pretty clean looking, but not really that great to type on, which, yup, this too. Most of them are between $25 and $60, and I'm gonna guess 45. Peter noted here that the escape key is pretty wonky, and I can actually feel the difference between the other keys and then the escape key, so probably all the Amazon reviews said that the escape key is kind of wonky. Price of this keyboard was $29. Now the webcam doesn't look like a really cheap 1080p webcam. On the box it says Nexigo 2K QHD webcam. Apparently it does come with a remote, which makes me think it's kind of cheap, because that's a pretty gimmicky thing instead of like making just a good webcam to use. Now I have to say it doesn't really feel cheap. Maybe they're more of a decent option than I thought. I really want to test this webcam and see how it looks. I'm going to put this PC next to the desk. This was the only thing that Peter didn't buy with the budget. By the way, for all the people asking me which PC are you using, what's inside, what should I buy, I'm working on 3 PC port lists that will be in my Discord, so I will add that link in the description. We're gonna have to fix all of those cables. The monitor has a really handy cable management hole on the back. You can just route the power cable through and then connect it to the screen. The cable management tray under the desk is also really useful. I can just put the power strip in it and we can take some cable management strips. These things are really cheap. I will link them in the description. So I'm gonna grab most of these cables and then tape them together already, and then try to push everything on the cable management tray. And then this cord coming from the strip can also be taped to the desk. And so that way, as you can see, you can really clean up your cables. Alright, so I quickly turn on the PC so we can test the webcam and the monitor. We still have the surround, the chair and the microphone. I really want to know what Peter bought for the mic. I just turned off my other light, but honestly, look at this webcam. The quality of this webcam is better than I would have expected. Actually, I'm still not sure because I just put it full screen and I definitely see a lot of pixels. Now it's definitely also focusing, because at some moments, like right now, it's much sharper than other moments. Also, if I put my fist like this, it's definitely pretty detailed. So it is possible that we need to go to configure video and then change a bunch of the settings. But now that I see the small preview here, if you're buying this webcam to use while gaming and stuff, it's definitely gonna be enough if it's in the corner of your stream while you're gaming. As you can see in the screen recording, the quality is definitely enough. If I had to guess how much Peter, or well, how much I spent on this webcam, I'm trying to determine if it's better than the Logitech C920 or not, and I don't really think it is, so I'm gonna guess about $50 to $60. Let's check how much Peter spent, and apparently this Nexigo webcam costs $95. Now I wonder if it would look better with better lights. I'm gonna take my huge $800 softbox light, I'm gonna blast myself with light, and let's see if this is gonna make it better. Well, the overall scene scene definitely looks better. Now I gotta say, overall, I'm still not that impressed with the webcam. And for pretty much $100, there are definitely better options. So unless I'm missing something, I think I can't really recommend this webcam. Now, if you're setting up OBS yourself and you want free graphics, I can absolutely recommend you the brand that has been loyally sponsoring pretty much all of my videos. They have a free graphics plugin and I'm gonna quickly show you how to install it. So you simply go to Owned Pro, click on their website, then join for free, download their OBS plugin, and then on top you will see Owned Pro now. So you can go to Overlays and Alerts, and then all these overlays on top are completely free. So to install one of them, you simply click on the download button, it will completely install the overlay and it will be all ready. So as you can see on the left, we can go to Just Chatting, it will just transition, and then it will go to the Just Chatting scene. And if I want to put my webcam in this scene, I simply add a video capture device, I select my webcam, I drag it under these graphics, and again the webcam isn't really focusing that well. Look at this, we just installed a complete overlay pack in a few clicks. You can switch all your overlays, and if you want to upgrade the plugin, they have an insane amount of overlays. You get all of them for a simple monthly subscription. You can keep switching your overlays, and they also add a bunch of sources like adding your labels, adding your chat, adding alerts. You get 50% off with my code DVN. If you want to get this plugin, I will link it in the description. It's completely free to install and it's optionally to upgrade. Thanks to Owned for helping me to sponsor this build. Now let's see what else Peter bought. So this is the chair, and usually the box of a desk chair is like this big, so I really wonder what's inside. This is a tripod stand, not sure what it's for. And get this, I think that Peter, my assistant who bought all this stuff, didn't realize that it's a knockoff version, because he says this is the little adopted brother of the Shure SM7B. However, what he is talking about is the Shure MV7, and this here is the SL40, and it's not from Shure. It looks similar, but this is a knockoff. I'm really curious for checking that out. Oh no, I already have this. You can see this Elgato arm in my box. And then, man, I don't want to know the total price of this surround system. I probably spent a lot of money on this. Okay, let's see what's inside. What is this? It looks like a pretty crappy ergonomic chair. Feels like a decent material. Then this, what is this? This feels like it's gonna look like a horse riding saddle. It actually does. What is this gonna be like to sit on? This is such a weird product. Look at the branding of this store. I can't believe he got me this chair. And we can look at the price together. The price is 139 euros. That's 150 bucks. Now Peter absolutely chose this chair to troll me, but I have to be honest, this is an amazing addition to the studio. You can even push it backwards. It stays in the position if you lock it. But in general, look at this. That's absolutely amazing for the studio. I can just go over here and then do something and then roll back and then do something else. I call this 150 bucks well spent. Perfect for streaming while saving your back. I've been looking forward to this moment during the whole video. I'm gonna test Overwatch with the surround system around me. Unpacking this subwoofer already scares me because, well, Peter, I do live in an apartment. I do have neighbors. And let me tell you, they're not gonna like this. I did see something on the box. Here it is. Look at what they write on the box. Your neighbors will love this. I'm gonna put this subwoofer under the desk in the back. And my plan was to put the little one right here and then on the other side another one. However, the cable is so short. The purpose of them is to put them on your desk, like on the right and on the left. As you can see on the subwoofer, we have front left, front right. So this one here plugs into front right. The other one goes here, front left. I am liking this setup. This one can go on the table. I did put the last one next to the TV. All right, now I'm testing the surround system. I'm not gonna say it's the best quality, so I do think it's not gonna be that expensive. Let's say between $100 and $200, that range, which is definitely a lot of money, but for a surround system, like usually they get pretty expensive. Also, while I'm looking at the price, it came with one connector, like an aux port to plug into your PC, but on the back there were also a lot of connections, and so this is one of the cables, and as you can see, one of the sides is an aux port, and then the other one has like a left and a right, and there's 4 of these, so 2 for the front and then 2 for the back. So I think I'm just getting normal stereo sound, and then to get real surround sound, you need to plug it into a surround system or maybe a special sound card that actually outputs like front left, front right, back left. The price of this is $112, and apparently Overwatch finished installing. Now I'm quickly gonna test Overwatch, and then I'm gonna add the microphone, which is from like the fake brand that Peter probably doesn't know about. I think this is an awesome monitor for someone who wants to get into the ultra wide range, and I just turned on the sound. It is pretty loud, you can probably hear it. I also hear a lot of bass, like from the game, from the shots and stuff. This is absolutely an amazing setup, but my neighbors are gonna hate me. And it is time for the microphone, and it's pretty heavy, but this is the last thing Peter bought us besides the mic. And he says, use this tripod to hold your phone, which will have the chat feed on it. You probably remember me saying in a video earlier that having one monitor was gonna be a problem to read the chat, because when you're streaming, you really need like a second screen or something. So that's actually amazing that Peter thought of this. Well, to be fair, it would have been a big mistake if he hadn't thought of it. It doesn't feel that sturdy. Let's check the price while we're at it. All right, it was $15. So, I mean, for that price, we're lucky it came with a phone clamp. I mean, we don't need more than this for the stream. This is gonna be perfect to read chat from. Now, Peter made a huge mistake with the desk arm, with the microphone arm. Now, don't get me wrong, the microphone arm itself from Elgato, which is the Elgato low profile mic arm. Oops. The arm itself is amazing. It stays low on your desk. It's very clean. However, let me show you his mistake. This desk is extremely thick and the clamp doesn't really fit it. And it's the same thing all the way around. Now, I don't think that other clamps would fit the desk because it's just really thick. However, we are in luck because I already put this softbox here, which is the second one. I did already put it on the side because, well, it kind of broke while filming. For some reason, the power cord doesn't work anymore, so it doesn't really want to turn on. I'm not sure if I did something wrong, if I kind of stepped on it and I maybe destroyed the cables. I'm not sure, I don't think so. But what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna use this stand here as a microphone arm. And so here's the stand. This is not the way, don't do this at home, but I have to use what Peter gave me, and to be honest, that's not bad. Now, the mic itself has an XLR input. It comes with an XLR cable, but it also comes with a USB cable, and as you can see, it has a USB-C input, so you can use it with an audio interface, but also as a USB mic, just like the Shure MV7, which this is definitely based on. I'm gonna use it as a USB mic now. Let's quickly plug it into the PC. By the way, I'm absolutely loving this chair. The fabric is amazing. And let's test everything together now with the mic. The phone goes on here for reading the chat. Alright, we have a complete test of the streaming setup running. Now, the price of the microphone, by the way, the webcam border and stuff is from Mount Pro. The link is in the description, together with World of Tanks. This video wouldn't be possible without them. So the price of this microphone was $105. Now, the total price of the setup will be right there on the screen. That's how much of my money Peter spent. We are gonna do this more. In fact, he ordered a complete Dragon Ball Z setup. If you want to see that, subscribe to the channel. Thank you so much for watching, and I hope I will see you in one of my next videos. Have a nice day.